Wraps him up. Beavers there again. Beavers plays it well. Marshals Jason Critchley. He knows how dangerous this lad can be. Bartley moves it left. Long ball to Farber, running out wide. Wouldn't he love to score one? Farber, he feeds it inside for Gary Jack. Yeah, Jack scored. Heavily involved, Paul Farber there. Gary Jack goes over. Puts Salford on level terms with the goal kick to come. Good drive there by Salford, played it well. I said Saints under a lot of pressure, obviously Lee kicking it through. Salford won the scrum, moved it about a bit, then it went to Farber, he drove through, played it inside to Jack in support. He drove for the line, was tackled, but the tackle couldn't prevent him from touching down. 10-10 is the score. Also available from your Saints video team, the Saints versus the Select 13, Paul's Loughlin's testimonial match. Myself along with Paul's dad Paddy did a joint commentary, and that's truly a collector's item. Available from us on the gantry here or your souvenir shop, and also available we have Saints versus Widnes, or should I say Widnes versus Saints in the charity match at Norton Park. Available from us on the gantry or your Saints souvenir shop. Well, the touch judges looking at each other, then decided to put the flags up, but Blakely put Salford in the lead. 12 points to 10. They're winning here at Nosey Road with 14 minutes of the second half gone. Cooper kicking it just the required 10 yards, but Stasica was well up to that. Beg your pardon, Mark Lee, wrong again. Oh, but Saints, pressure tells there. Fogarty comes up with ball possession after Salford had been harried. So Cooper now, Lyon, on to Beavers. Oh, lovely ball to Sullivan. Sullivan driving for the line, still going on his hands and knees. Bernard Dwyer attacked it half back. Saints have to spread it along the line. Cooper to George Mann. Mann pushes the tacklers off. Oh, 2 and 3 and releases it. Saints can spread it now. Overlap on the right, but it's closing down. Salford moved over very quickly. Adam Fogarty. Oh, he's lost possession. Salford back in possession. 16 minutes of the half gone. Saints trailing 12 points to 10. Saints got to get back in the swing. And good tackling there. They forced Salford into touch on the far side. Beaten at home last week was Salford by Sheffield Eagles, where Gary Jack, the player coach at Salford, now came from. 32-20 they was beaten. Tries from Blakely, Burgess and Farber with 4 Blakely goals, but Saints have possession from the scrum. Lyon working the run around. Lyon makes it through into the 20-metre area. Tony Sullivan now. Jason Critchley puts him down, but he gets the ball away to Cooper and Fogarty. Saints spectators get behind them. Bernard Dwyer scampering through. Oh, nearly there, Bernard. 5 metres short. Cooper. Oh, well, I thought Tommy Martin had it, but Cooper still had possession. Joint to Neil. Neil drives it up. See the urgency in the Saints side now. Dwyer, long ball out to George Mann. George Mann chips it through for the corner for Quirk. No, it's gone touching goal. Idea right there for George Mann. Touching goal from George Mann's kick, and Salford will restart with a tap from the centre of the 20-metre line. Paul Farber, first receiver. Saints in the lead, 12-10. Obviously, 2 defeats on the trot at the first 2 matches of the season. Won't be tolerated. Obviously the coach does his job. As it said in the programme, each player gets a discipline sheet. They had them before the Old Kingston Rovers match, but unfortunately the discipline went a little bit awry. But the coach does his job and he can only leave it to the players on the park. They've got to do it on the day. We know they can, but they've got to get in the swing, haven't they? Blakely with the deep kick. Less work. Taken down there by scrum half Neil on the 20-metre line. Gus O'Donnell attacked in half-back. Now with Mike Riley covering plenty of yardage in this second half. Fogarty diagonally bringing it blindside. John Neal taking up the running. Well, the ball's released. Whether it was reaped out, obviously just lost in the tackle. But Critchley coming through there. Dwyer wraps him up and Critchley's knocked on. Excellent tackle there by Bernard Dwyer, forcing the error from Jason Critchley. Just as Salford had gathered the ball from an earlier Saints infringement. It's Gus O'Donnell to feed. Just inside their own half. Cooper brings it out from the base of the scrum. Ian Blease wraps him up. Along the line now, George Mann looking for that half gap, pushes the first line off. Like is it Tommy Martin taking a knock there? He has. Shane Cooper taking a knock as well. O'Donnell. Martin. Oh, bad pass there. Inside to Joint. Two teammates at Oldham there. Joint playing for Oldham last season. Martin coming from Oldham in the close season. Unforced error there by the Saints. Trailing by 12 points to 10. 20 minutes. 20 minutes of the half remaining. David Young being spoken to along with captain Shane Cooper. So obviously a little bit of hanky-panky going on in the pack. And referee Whitfield, one of the most experienced referees on the circuit, he doesn't want it. Well, that's a good second row feeding, isn't it? Saints heavily penalised for feeding the scrum last week by Mr. Morris. Solid tackling there, Martin and Cooper. Naylor attacked in half-back. Tries to scamper away. Gains 5 or 10 metres. But Salford have possession. Mark Lee attacked in half. Inside to Neil, the scrum half, onto Gary Jack linking up. Tommy Martin comes, clatters him down. Last tackle of the sequence. Will here's Salford run it, and whether they'd have a go for drop goal, but it's Farber. Gets it back to Neil, the scrum half. Is he going in at the corner? He's trying. The last tackle, it's the turnover. Well, Salford moving up quickly. Gus O'Donnell takes it blindside. Good yardage from Gus. John Neal making the yards. Saints trailing by 2 with 20 minutes to go. Last tackle of the sequence. Let's see what Saints have got up the sleeve. There's Cooper. Takes it blindside, chips it up, puts pressure on Gary Jack because the ball's not going to run dead. Cooper, first man up, but Gary Jack just manages to round him. He can't get past Chris Joint. Salford held in the 20-metre area, their own 20-metre area. And Saints will be looking to contain them up at that end. Regain ball possession and hopefully come up with a score that will put them back in the lead. Hill forward has it. Stasica got the ball away, forward inside to Critchley. Very lively outfit, Salford. Now Blakely has it. Sits up nice for David Lyon. But he's on his own there. He beats Neil, the scrum half, takes it over to the right. Farmer comes in, thunders him to the ground. Now it's Mike Riley. No way through for him. Some tremendous Salford tackling this afternoon. They've stuck to the task. They're in the lead by 12 points to 10. It must be said they've had most of the play. Cooper. Up to George Mann now. Pushes Farber off, pushes Neil off. Loses his footing and Young just effects the tackle. Gus O'Donnell chips it through. Well, Gary Jack and O'Donnell collide, but Saints have ball possession. Another 6 tackles with it touching Gary Jack. And let's see if the Saints can get their act together now. Bernard Dwyer inside to Cooper, along the line. Overlap here for the Saints. Joint up the middle. Can Joint win the chase? Oh yes, he can. Superb try by Chris Joint. A superb try by Chris Joint. There was a big overlap here on the left. But Tommy Martin shimmied as if he was going to move it out to the left. Brought Joint in on the inside pass. And Joint's superb strength took him up to the sticks. He touched down just to the left. Put Saints back in the lead at 14 points to 12. But isn't it hard work? Tommy Martin. Yes, no problem. Bangs it between the uprights. 16 points to 12 the score. Nothing more than the Saints deserve. Obviously, I've just said that Salford deserved their lead, which they did. They've played exceptionally well. But Saints hitting back there and putting together what we know the Saints can do. We know they're capable, they've got the personnel. Started very slowly. Only a 4-point cushion now, and that'll have to be extended. Mike Riley bringing the ball up. Well, the touch judge indicating that Mike Riley had knocked the ball on. Ex-referee Spencer on the far side. Salford feed, Salford scrum. 4-3, they take the scrums in the second half. 20 metres from the Saints line, Saints forced to defend again. Michael Neal gets Stasica on the way. He's brought down 10 metres short. Saints reaping at the ball. Well, they got it back. Obviously Neal reaping at the ball. Stasica got it back. Another 6 tackles, the tackle count wave clean. Burgess going through, well marshalled. But Salford again, the tackling will have to be firm. Gary Jack linking up. Saints have to line up on their own line. Testing time for the Saints. Salford still in possession, leading, trailing I should say, by 16 points to 12. Interception there by Tommy Martin. Pity he couldn't go all the way like Watson did in the televised Friday night match. Oldham very unlucky on Friday night. But Saints back in possession and Beavers making yardage, bringing it up to the halfway line. O'Donnell on to Fogarty. 6'5" Fogarty, 24 years of age, ex-professional boxer, on a free transfer from Halifax. Only been in the game a couple of years. Let's hope he can make his name here at St Helens. Tommy Martin chips it through. He finds touch on the 10-metre line. Salford making a substitution. Burgess coming off and Howard going on. "12 minutes left of the game. 16-12 the score in Saints' favour. Burgess now off. Howard back on. Did come on earlier for a couple of minutes. A blood bin substitution for Mark Lee. Salford have possession. (6-3) is the ball possession on my sheet for Salford in this second half. Gary Jack linking up along with Naylor. Naylor in the clear with Evans on his outside. Evans has the ball. Is it or is it Jack? Jack it is, onto Ford. Ford will have to be taken. Quirk comes in, bangs him to the ground. Well, he's lost the ball as Ford. Well, Saints have been penalised. Looked as though he'd lost the ball there. And Les Quirk just having a bit of an eyeball with Phil Ford. But referee Whitfield penalising the Saints. I think that's Salford's first penalty of the second half. Saints only having one penalty, 29 minutes gone, and Blakely's going to have a go for goal. Well, as Mike McLennan said last week in the local press, it was just a little hiccup at Hull Kingston Rovers. I'll agree with that, but as long as it doesn't turn into indigestion. And it's certainly a bit dodgy this afternoon, isn't it? 16-12 and a possible 16-14. Blakely teeing it up just to the left of centre. Well, the touch judges look at each other again. So just a 2-point cushion for the Saints. 16-14. The fat back in the frying pan there, there's no danger. Saints will have to show all the determination that we know they have got to hold this Salford outfit out and hopefully get points on the board. Tommy Martin, deep kick. Did it go directly dead? Well, it has gone directly dead. So that's a penalty to Salford, isn't it? If they wish, they could have a go for goal with the ball going directly dead. I'm almost sure they could go for goal, yes. I think Blakely's going to have a go. He's looking at his captain, David Young. No, he's going to go for touch. Finds touch. 12 metres inside the Saints half. Mark Lee to restart. Now with Jason Critchley. Fogarty brings him down. Mark Lee steps up quickly. Salford full of running. Michael Neal working the loop movement with Blakely. Now with Ian Blease. Substitute Howard. He's it inside to Critchley, but it's a knock on. Well, it's my word. He said it's gone back. I don't believe this fella. Farber now, all to the ground, clear knock on. Temper's getting a little frayed, are they? Farber manages to play it. It's now with Stazika. Last one of the sequence. Salford has no doubt put Saints under a lot of pressure. Neal inside to Jack. Jack chips it. Well taken by David Lyon. Beats the oncoming defence. Well, a lot of mauling by Howard at the play of the ball there. The referee says get up and play it. Tony Sullivan just clearing the ranks. Sullivan in the clear. Sullivan, oh, blatantly obstructed. Blatantly obstructed. And Jack's going to go in the bin for this. Yes, in the bin, Gary Jack. professional foul. Clearly obstructed Sullivan. If Sullivan had got a favourable bounce, it'd have been well under the sticks there. Well, the player coach, 10 minutes in the sin bin. Well, he reckons he doesn't know where he is. Don't forget to pick your equity card up, Gary, on your way to the dugout. Well, it's a penalty to the Saints. David Young, the captain's come off. Martin Burkitt has come on as a substitute for him. Tommy Martin, a look for the extras. But a blatant professional foul there by Gary Jack. Well, if he's claiming concussion, he should be off altogether, shouldn't he? But 33 minutes of the half gone. He shouldn't take any more part in the game. Ian Blee's just come into the touchline for some coaching from Stephen Eel, I think it is. But Tommy Martin's kick waved away. Saints still in the lead by 16 points to 14. Salford down to 12 men. With the player coach Gary Jack in the bin for a professional foul. Saints couldn't capitalise on it by gaining the extra 2 points. Still just in the lead by 2. 16-14. It's a good job Gus caught it. He was facing his own line, but I bet you Whitfield had to give it as a knock-on. A lot of mauling at the play of the ball as Bernard Dwyer comes away. Let's see if Saints can capitalise on this one-man advantage in the last 6 minutes of play. Disjoint. Oh, pushing the defenders off. Just losing his footing. With Farber and Stazika coming in on him. Well, John Neal losing possession. Unforced error again. Saints forced to defend now when they was on the attacking mode. Mark Lee solidly brought down. Dwyer Neal and George Mann heavily involved. Now Burkitt, Martin Burkitt, full-back or centre three-quarter. Well, a knock-on. Oh, off his ankles, he said. My word. Certainly things going Salford's way, aren't they? Blee's trying to work the run-around movement there with Blakely. Would have come off, but Blee's held on to the ball. Michael Neal puts up a tester. Well, George Mann gets it. It bounced off Gus O'Donnell onto George Mann. Bernard Dwyer had Cooper on the inside. He couldn't release it. Now it's with Fogarty. Fogarty driving upfield. Good break from Fogarty. Phil Ford up at the full-back position. Let's see this. Oh, dear me. Tommy Martin knocks it on at the play of the ball. He picked it up. He was just going to pass it. And unfortunately, he lost control of the ball. Adam Fogarty's got a bit of cramp. Now he's all right now. Sorted out. Saints their own worst enemy at times, aren't they? 4 minutes of the game left. Just in the lead by 16 points to 14. Michael Neal to feed. Salford with scrum possession. Phil Ford onto Burkitt, out to Tex Evans. Beavers clamps him well. Salford no doubt throw everything into this last 5 minutes. They played really well as a unit. Well, offside! That man was offside! The referee said it's gone back. I'm not saying it didn't go back, but the man picked it up. Blakely picked it up. He was in an offside position. Naylor now. Along the line, Salford in possession. Howard onto Ford. Short ball onto Burkitt. Gets it out to Evans. Sullivan has him wrapped up. Well, he didn't. He did, but he hasn't. Tex Evans, Lyon brings him down now with Phil Ford. Saints tackling, it'll have to be firm. Salford, they're lining up on the left. Barber straightens it up. Salford keeping it moving. Well, the ball's loose, but they was lining up on the left, and Salford should have scored there, but it was Farber. He straightened up. He tried to do it on his own. Looked to get the points for Salford. He straightened up. The ball should have gone out to the wing. It's gone into touch on the far side. Saints have an injured player right over in the far corner. Possibly Les Quirk. So a little bit of hanky-panky going on the far side. Saints have been awarded the penalty. Phil Ford asking the questions. Maybe he's the captain, with David Young, the recognised captain, going off. But a welcome penalty for the Saints. All the players fully fit now. Jeanette Smith just been on with the magic sponge. Two minutes to the final hooter. 16-14. Saints are in the lead. And let's hope they can hold out for the remainder of the match. Gus O'Donnell into space. George Mann's with him. George Mann has it. Can George Mann go all the way? Bernard Dwyer will. Yes. Oh, yes. A lot of relief in the Saints camps now. That's going to be the ball game, as they say. Brilliant break by Gus O'Donnell. Side through the Salford defence. George Mann backing up. An excellent play by George. Must be the man of the match this afternoon, I feel, for the Saints. Had an excellent game. 2 weeks on the trot. And there is Bernard Dwyer popping up again. 2 tries in 2 matches. Bernard, what a prolific try scorer in the early season. But a lot of relief in the Saints camp now. In the dying minutes, well, 40 minutes on my watch, with Tommy Martin looking to tag the extras on 20 points to 14. This will make it 22. Yes. 22 points to 14. And what a relief for the Saints. Tommy Martin's 4th goal. And up to then there'll be a lot of tight bottoms on seats in the Saints camp, but everything should be relieved now. 8-point cushion for the Saints. Chris, as Les Quirk brings it crossfield, now he straightens up. Looking to go all the way, Les Quirk. 1 minute of injury time played. Adam Fogarty takes the tackle. Well, there's the final hooter. And what relief for all the Saints spectators, me included. The Saints register the first win by 22 points to 14. Tightly contested first half, 8 points to 6 at half-time. Saints started well in the second half. A first-minute Martin penalty goal after a Salford indiscretion. Then Gary Jack came up with a try. 13 minutes later, Blakely goaled it. Salford were in the lead for the first time at 12 points to 10. Then, great try by Chris Joint after Tommy Martin had turned the ball inside. Martin goaled it. Saints back in the lead at 16-12. Blakely with a penalty goal 10 minutes before the interval brought them back within 2 points, but a brilliant Gus O'Donnell break, hurried up the field, slipped it into George Mann. George Mann took the tacklers on, slipped it back to Bernard Dwyer, always in support. Dwyer went over. 22 points to 14 after Martin had converted it, and Saints got the first 2 points of the league. The first 2 points of the season in the league. Most welcome as well. So 22-14 the final score. 1 win under the belt. Saints at Warrington next week. Let's hope they can keep up the impetus, and that'll be a lot of relief for all the team and Mike McLennan as well. Thanks for joining us. You've been with your Saints video team. Also, I hope British Gas, who are sponsoring today's game, as I've said before, along with the regular sponsors.